Good afternoon. I as well don't like to speak after dinner because I'm kind of lazy. I'm Dan Stewart. I'm from District 7, from Carson, North Dakota, and I'd like to say that it was an honor for me to be asked to sign as a trustee for the Hermanson Horse Ranch. I've known Dave for a very long time. He and my father-in-law have been great friends, and I'm always amazed if you've ever been to Dave's Horse Ranch or driven by Dave's Horse Ranch. 300 horses of all different colors, sizes, shapes, and he'll tell you whatever you want to know about any one of them. Who the hell can do that? He can, and he's done it for many years. And I know that he travels from coast to coast, border to border, and the amount of people that he has served with his ability in horses is amazing. It truly is amazing. So I'm going to pass on to my friend and let him give you some better details about Dave's business.
You guys will have to bear with me just a little bit. I'm fighting a head cold. As you could probably already tell from the short moment I opened my mouth, I'm not from North Dakota. Anybody figure that out? My name is Blake Thompson, and I live just south of Fort Worth, Texas. I live in a little town of Joshua, Texas. It's 18 miles south of downtown Fort Worth. I make my living as an auctioneer. Primarily, I go around all over the United States and Canada selling horse auctions. The last 10 years, I've been fortunate enough to be the lead auctioneer at the Hermanson Kiss sale there in Mandan. And I just want to tell you a few things about Mr. Dave Hermanson. You guys don't realize how lucky you are, and I'm sure, let me back that up. I'm sure you do. I'm sure a lot of you realize how lucky you are to have grown up here in North Dakota, in ranching country, in cowboy country. And sometimes we as people, we take things that we have every day, we take it for granted. You know, do you realize that you have the best livestock in the United States right here? I grew up in New Albany, Mississippi. It's 1,424 miles from right here to where I grew up. And we might have the sorriest livestock in the United States. So I wasn't blessed with the privilege of growing up with cowboys and horsemen and ranches. But as Willie Nelson said, my heroes have always been cowboys. And ever since I was a small child, I wanted to be in the horse business or in the just in the Western lifestyle as much as I possibly could. When I was I'll tell you more about Dave in a moment. This will all tie together. But Dave Hermanson was born in 1946 in Litchfield, North Dakota. I have no idea where that is. A lot of you call him Dave. Some of you call him Davey. Some of you call him Hermie. But most all of you, I feel like, can call him friend. And boy, that says a lot about a man. Dave had a rodeo career. He was a member of the North Dakota Rodeo Association from 1965 to 1972, and he won 2 state championships in 68 and 69 in the bull riding. In 1974, he joined the American Quarter Horse Association. In 1975, he bought an 80-acre horse ranch just south of Mandan. I'm sure a lot of you have seen it or been there. In 1978, he started his first horse auction at the Missouri Slope Livestock Auction in Bismarck. In 1982, he moved over to Kiss Livestock, and I think the rest is pretty much history. I mean, I travel, as I say, all over the world. And it doesn't matter where I go. If I'm in Canada, if I'm in Florida, if I'm in California, someone will ask me about the Hermanson sale. Someone will ask me about Dave. Ask me if I'm the auctioneer. Ask me if I'm going to be there this year. Back to my small story. In 1989, I was 12 years old. And I can remember riding in the truck with my dad. And country music is big where I'm from. We're not far from Nashville, and everybody loves music. Everybody listens to the radio. But I can remember coming on the radio that the North Dakota babies were coming to town. And they would advertise the horse sale in Tupelo, Mississippi, which was only 20 miles from where I grew up. But I can remember my dad telling me, let's go over there and buy some of those babies. They got some good quarter horse colts. We're going to go over there and buy some. And my dad took me over there, and that's where I met Dave Hermanson for the first time. I was 12 years old. And I'll never forget it. Even though Dave doesn't stand very tall, he stood as tall as if he was 8 feet. Always strong in stature, presented himself as professional as any man I'd ever met. And gosh, dang, what some babies. I'd never seen colts with that much bone and structure and muscle and conformation. It was unbelievable at the quality of those North Dakota babies. And it wasn't only Dave's babies. Dave runs the sale there at Hermanson Kist, has the Hermanson sale, and they sell, which is actually, I know for a fact, to be the largest colt sale in the United States. And I believe, and I haven't researched this, I believe it's the largest colt sale in the world. But Dave always kept the market strong there. And he would offer his babies for sale some of them he didn't. But he would also try to keep the market strong on all of the consigners' colts. When the sale was over, he'd have to go in the office and pay for them things, load them on his truck, and figure out what to do with them. He didn't need them all. As the man said right before me, there'd be 300 heads standing there. He didn't need them, but he tried to create a market for North Dakota. And he would get in the truck himself. I've seen him do it numerous times when I was a kid. Like I said, it's 1,400 miles. Dave come driving in there himself. Might be by himself. Just drove 1,400 miles, unload those things, clean them up, advertise them, market them, and sell them. He also did it in a place south of me in Mize, Mississippi, that to this day, he inspired Larry Meadows, who was the owner of the stockyards there. He started raising colts and got him a set of mares, and they still to this day have an annual production sale and a futurity for all the ranchers and local people, farmers there, to be able to show and win money. And it was all 100% started by Dave Hermanson. One other thing I'd like to say, and then I'll close. I've had the privilege, as I grew up, wanted to be in the horse business and became an auctioneer, and I've been very, very lucky to get to go different places and speak and work for you guys, and very honored to be here today. But I've sold horses for Dave from Florida to California. I've sold horses for Dave from Canada to the Mexican border. And I promise you there's more Mexicans that know Dave Hermanson thanks to them colored colts. Now, they love them. You've all seen that quarter circle H brand that he puts on them horses. And, if any of you watch it on the internet, just back in December during the NFR, I had the privilege to be the speaker for the Diamonds in the Desert horse sale there in Las Vegas. And two of the fanciest horses we had the entire sale had the quarter circle H brand. There were 2 geldings right there in Las Vegas just this year raised by Dave Hermanson. Matter of fact, Clay Smith, all you guys know him, he's got 4 right now that he bought from Dave. But no matter where Dave has gone, with all his accomplishments in the Quarter Horse Association, did you know that in 2018, Dave Hermanson was the 6th largest breeder of American quarter horses in the United States. In 2019, this past year, 4th largest breeder in the United States. But even with all his accomplishments, everything he's done, he has honored the Western lifestyle. He's honored ranching, and he's honored North Dakota more than you guys may realize. No different than 1,400 miles away, a 12-year-old kid in Mississippi hearing about the North Dakota babies. I know that you should be proud to have him, and we would all be honored if he was inducted. Thank you.